Hello everybody. This is an unofficial welcome to the 73rd annual Lindau Nobel Laureate Meeting here in very beautiful Lindau, Germany. This harbor behind me with the lion and the lighthouse. If you're watching this, perhaps you know me or you're a former young scientist that attended a Lindau meeting and now part of the Lindau Alumni Network. Or I'm hoping possibly some of you are this year's young scientists. This year is a physics meeting with over 30 Nobel laureates and more than 600 young scientists coming from, I'm going to check the stats this year, but it's typically 80 to 100 countries. So I'm looking forward to meeting as many of you as possible. If you don't know, I'll be running around this week doing interviews with as many scientists as I can fit into my schedule. I'll be speaking to a few Nobel laureates, but my live videos are really all about the young scientists attending the meeting this year. And in fact, even though it's called, and you know I love saying this, even though it's called the Lindau Nobel Laureate Meeting, it's almost a little deceptive because the meeting is about the young scientists more than the Nobel laureates. And so it's all about mentorship, and the laureates that are here, there are some attending for the first time or second time, but there are laureates here that have attended 10, 15, and more than 20 meetings. There are one or two laureates that have attended. There are at least one or two laureates that I noticed for this year's meeting that I think someone has attended 24 or 27. That's a lot of meetings. So there's a reason they keep coming back, and it's a beautiful place to come to a meeting if you're going to come to a meeting. But I think it's because of the mission, and the motto of the meeting is educate, inspire, connect. And through my 8 years working with the meeting, I've learned a lot about the meeting and the people and that motto. Because of someone I connected with last year, a young Brazilian, last year, and this is a physics meeting, last year was medicine physiology. The year before that was a chemistry meeting. It rotates through the science Nobel Prizes, and every 3 years there's an economics meeting. Well, last year I met a young scientist and did one of my interviews with him, and because of that I ended up a few weeks ago at a conference in Brazil because of a connection I made at last year's meeting. So, and I'm not even one of the attendees like you. So I just wanted to say, especially to this year's attendees, the meeting doesn't really, this is not an official meeting or welcome or kickoff, but tomorrow afternoon is the opening ceremony, and that's the official beginning of this year's meeting. And then Monday through Thursday are really full days of, but it's not all lectures, it's very social and it's fun and there's a lot of activities. And if you've come here enamored with the idea of the Nobel laureates, let me be the first to tell you that most of the connection, you're gonna meet some Nobel laureates and you're gonna have some great conversations with them and all sorts of possible experiences. But one experience that you should really, that I know you'll have and that you should look forward to is you're gonna meet a lot of other young scientists from all over the world. Some of them in your area of physics and some in entirely different areas of physics. It's a pretty broad meeting that way. So get some rest while you can, because it's a long meeting, but it goes by very fast. And before you know it, on Friday, we'll be leaving this island for another little island called Malow for our final day. The final day only has one panel discussion and then a picnic and wandering around a beautiful flower island. And you'll know what I mean when we get there. So that's all I really wanted to say. Welcome to Lindau. Welcome to this experience. It's going to be a fantastic week. If you see me and you'd like to tell me about your science, I'd like to hear about it. And until then, if I didn't say so, I'm Brian Malow. And welcome to the 73rd annual Lindau Nobel Laureate Meeting. We're really looking forward to a great experience. And yeah, if you see me, come introduce yourself to me. I'd love to meet you. And until then, enjoy the meeting.